stream, there is stream. Hello. I hope this is set up. I hope you all can hear me well. This is the literal first stream I have ever done on YouTube, so you're going to have to help me with that. But, sweet. Alright. Premise for today's stream. We have got this magical little board here. You can see him. You might be able to notice there is something very wrong with one of those traces. Yeah, I killed this board. So we're going to save all the components, because I don't want to waste them, and I have new boards coming in anyways. And I have got all of my miscellaneous soldering things. And as a treat for today, we're also going to be showing off this brand new microscope I got, which is really, really rather nice, actually. Just like kind of flex. Arsenio suggested this one to me. This is a really nice microscope. Not gonna lie. But that's later. I'm gonna look at that as well as the... oh crud, here it is. This new cube camera that I got. Look, both hands reveal at once. How magical. He really does though. Like, no joke, Arsenio really kind of electronics man master. I mean, I guess that's what you get from working so long in the industry, but oh well. Alright. What should we start? Oh, well, we should probably start by removing all these boards. I don't want to accidentally break any of these boys. Got a TNC and a BMP. The LSM. Yeah, these are all fine still. I have not yet broken them. I say yet. Very disappointingly. I want to save this guy. Mine. Alright. What on this board do I think is worth saving? Probably these big ol' fat power resistors. These things cost $1.50. I don't have very many voltage regulators or inductors either, so it might be worth it to look at desoldering them. So let's get right into that, huh? Just a liberal helping of flux. Save this up. I'm gonna absolutely, definitely suck up all the solder, put it through a... so I'm gonna poke a hole in the bottom of the metal can, and I'm gonna extrude it through that hole, and that's how I'm gonna save this solder. Definitely. Okay. Big ol' fat screwdriver iron tip. Get... oh, I love that spicy flux spatter. I don't think flux should make that sound, but that's okay. Spicy. Okay. Decent amount of solder on each one of these inductors. Oof. I might just have to blast them with the hot air gun. That would not be very nice. Did not want to do that. I already heated this board probably the wrong way like 8 or 9 times. It's really no wonder it died, actually. So, you know. Come on, broskies, Mr. Solder broskies, suck up onto my iron. I am only the safest when it comes to handling solder, yes. There's really no... oh, no, wait, I did get that side off, so I might just be able to wick it away. Wick it away. Come on. pinpoint accuracy. It's gonna be hard to melt both sides, which is why I'm hoping to just be able to wick away one side and then like only have to melt the other. But it's not looking too good. I don't know. Maybe. Bring up each side individually. Hey, there we go. Nice. Wicked off one side. Got this boy. Inductor number 1 saved. Okay. Let's see if I can get the second of the same boy. Direct heat to the joint. This boy is a little bit more secure on the board. He's a little bit flatter, so he might be not as fun to get off. But that's okay. That's okay. It's just gonna be a step-by-step process, you know. Oh, these power resistors, I'm definitely just gonna have to blast this board with the hot air gun because they've got a massive blob of solder underneath each one, and that is not gonna play nice. Oop, there we go. He's getting a little melty. Little melty welty. Come on, here we go. Do it the right way this time so I don't burn myself again. Come on. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. The solder all just pulled up underneath. How rude. Come on, get off of there. There we go. That's better. Now we just do the same thing on this side. There we go. Oop, I dropped him. That's okay. Alright. Got me some inductors. A little bendy, but that's okay. The only reason I'm saving the inductors is because I don't have very many of them, and I really don't want to go and buy more, because then I'm going to have to wait for, like, God knows how long to get them from Mouser. Should I save the voltage regulators? I think it might be worth it to save the voltage regulators. I don't have very many of them either. Let's do these one at a time, though. So I got a question for the both of you two, because I know it's just the two of you watching this stream. How do you make streams exciting? What do you do? How to good viewer retention, question mark? Oh, look at that. Just came right off. Alright, so this is C1. I'm going to put you there. You seem like a nice little spot to sit. Oh, wait, what the hell am I doing? I can just heat both sides and pop these off. Ah, screwdriver tips are kind of magical for SMD components. Pop right off. Yeah, look at that. Easy as pie. Hot as fuck. Whew. Now, I am glad I told YouTube this stream was not meant to see. Zoom it all the way out. See, this is zoomed all the way out. That's the thing. This webcam is not great. I went and bought a better one. I did, in anticipation for streaming. And Logitech said it was, like, in stock. And I went and emailed the support. Oh, that's not a bad idea. I was so confused. I was like, I can't do that. My microphones, that's... You know what? Yeah, let's do that. Let's get my microphone in here. They are. It's crazy. It's like, according to the Logitech representative I was talking to, I should expect my webcam within the next 4 to 5 weeks. Because that's not crazy. Alright, zoom this boy all the way out. Flip on the lights and let's get... Ooh, that's bright boy. Let's get you in focus, Mr. Microscope. There we are. Alright. Get this guy in here as well. I gotta say, just from like initial use, this microscope is pretty poggers. Arsenio really does know what he's talking about. Alright. Get that direct light on there. Perfect. Perfect. There we go. Alright. So we got the inductors off. We got those two capacitors. I'm thinking I do not have many of C3 and C6. And I replaced C2 in my new layout. So I think we're going to try and save C3 as well. And we're just going to absolutely magically pull these things off with this little trick. Check this out. You want to know how easy it is to desolder SMD components? You just boop, boop, done. Want to get C6 off of that board? Oh, okay. Just boop, boop, and it's done. Those are C1. Those are C6. And I mean, as long as you're not heating it for too long, it shouldn't be that big of a problem, right? Right? Ha ha ha. I gotta bring my soldering iron over this side. No, actually, I'm just gonna get an extension cord for my soldering iron. Hold up. I have at least one extension cord in this room. I have to. There it is. Got this crazy looking ear. Look at this thing. Look at this thing. Wrong one. Intel branded power thing. Like, it says Intel inside solid state drive because the drive team is so obsessed with handing things out that they stick their logo on everything. This is not very long though. That's kind of disheartening. Damn. I have better extension cords. I know I do. Well, yeah, I definitely do. It's just they're currently plugged into my 3D printer. Oh well. Next stream. Let's get these voltage regs off. So we just take. No. Gotta cut that one. There we go. Cut that boy off. There we go. Alright. Let's get some flux in here. Make it all nice and moist. And take solder wick and just apply solder wick. Suck up all that solder. That looks pretty good. Same thing for the other side. Don't know how effective that was, but I should be able to slide a little screwdriver underneath here and pop up those pins. There's still the tiniest little bit. Anyone got tips for desoldering tiny little things like this? He's not playing nice. We just more heat, more solder. Do we just say screw it and hit him with the hot air gun? Yeah, I guess we have to. Alright. Well, if we're gonna hit him with the hot air gun, I may as well remove these capacitors as well. I don't need them, but I just don't want them in the way. Oh, come on. There we go. Get this boy off too. That's two of them. Let's get this guy off of there. Come on. Okay, fine. You first, I guess. Then you. There we go. Alright. Successfully desoldered most of this stuff. There's some residual solder on some of these pads, but that doesn't matter. Alright. Time to break out the hot air gun. Where did I put the hot air gun? There he is. Trusty old Blowy. That's his name, yep, definitely. Alright. We're gonna have to move back over here for this. Got your stinking little dinky winky solder reflow station. Nah, this is a hot air gun. Probably isn't gonna do much for me though. More than a solder reflow station would at least, but that's okay. Oh boy, yeah, we're about to murder this. I mean, in truthfulness, this board's already dead. It's not like I can do much. And these, the only other thing, oh, actually, I might want to remove this buzzer. That's something I should definitely look into. I'm going to do that real quick. Before I kill the board with hot air, I'm going to take the buzzer off. I don't know how much heat a piezo can take. But I definitely do not want to kill this guy. These things cost a surprising amount. Like, they're literally just little quartz crystals stuck to a diaphragm, but no, they cost. Ooh. Okay, so we're just gonna have to desolder him the old-fashioned way, which is heat up both of the pins and pull from the other side. I am not pulling from the other side. What makes streams interesting? Music? Do people like music or something? I don't know. I've never done a stream before. LCSC. Isn't LCSC like JLC PCB's custom or like PCB assembly business? Yeah, I thought so. I mean, I was honestly looking into the SMT assembly because they were like, hey, you can get 24-hour... Oh, that makes sense. No, because I don't know if they sell piezo buzzers, because I was looking into it. There's a lot of people who sell active piezo buzzers, which are like, you apply a voltage and they make sound. And not so many people who sell passive piezo buzzers, which... are you apply a PWM and they act like a diaphragm. There's not as many people who do that. It saddens me. Not a thing yet unless you speak Chinese? Really? Like, are you not able to... Is it just the forums are in Chinese and you can't, like, subscribe to the service? Hey, that's not too bad of an idea, except it might take up quite a bit of space on the board. I wanted to figure out what buzzer that big ol' like flat buzzer Joey uses on the back of his boards. That seems like something I would want. But I have not yet asked him. for. Why? I am not sure. Alright, I've given up the whole desolder it, and I'm just heating up each pin and pulling it out slowly. It's a nice thing about through-hole components, I gotta say. You can just heat them up and pull them out. Yeah, you're right. I don't know. I like the fact that Mouser ships to me in like 2 days. Plus, I've had really, really good experience with their customer service. Not so much with like anyone else. There we go. This little bugger. I don't know. I just really like Mouser. Alright. Hot air gun time. Gonna work our way down onto these boys. Hey, there you go. Honestly, I think I've bought like at least 4,000 resistors in the past week or so, just because I found them so cheap on Mouser. Like, you buy 100 of them, and it ends up being cheaper than buying 50. God, right? Like, these female header pins, they cost so much. It's awful. If you buy them from Mouser, at least, which I will never do again. I will never again buy header pins from Mouser. Alright, hot air time. There we go. 1 voltage regulator. Ah, he's stuck in my finger. And I've looked at the temperature resistance on these parts. They're crazy. They can withstand way more than the heat I'm throwing at them right now. You know, I might have to go and test which of my header pins are magnetic then, because I've got them from quite a few suppliers over the years. Alright. Got me 2 voltage regulators successfully desoldered. Look at, where is he? Look at that little guy. He's got a little solder bead on his head. Not sure why. That's okay. Alright. Whew. These are not gonna be fun to desolder. Like, at this point, everything that's on this board, I could care less if it dies, so we are just gonna blast these with heat and hope to God we can pull them off. Let's start with the bottom boy here. Yeah, these are big old 2 ohm resistors, but they can handle like 45 watts. These are the power resistors I'm using for current limiting on the pyro channels, and they cost like $250 a piece. They're crazy, which is why I'm willing to do just about anything to get these things off the board. But they are gonna need some crazy heat to start melting. I mean, I couldn't find any other resistors that were rated for like the power that I'm going to be shoving through it because it's a pyro channel. And I don't want to have a big old thick like THT resistor sitting on the back of my nice SMD board. Yeah, you're probably right. Alright, I'm seeing flux bubbling out its bottom. And there we are. And there we are. Woof. Oh god, I killed a MOSFET in the process. Oh, these boys are some... Look at that thick thermal pad. Look at them. This is one of the weirdest... Technically, these things are... they're D-pack, but they don't fit in any known D-pack schematic I've seen. So I used the default D-pack, and obviously I couldn't get to the pads. New revisions, much, much better, though. Yeah. Alright. And these guys, their maximum operating temperature is like 4,000 degrees Celsius. I thought I may have overspec'd these a little bit. You're probably right, yeah. But I like them. They're big fat things. And they didn't cost all that much. Like, sure, it's $250 a piece, but that's not... I'm willing to pay that. Just because they look cool. I think it was Joey who said the variable you're trying to maximize in engineering is happiness. And those are cool. Righto. That's all the disassembly. I've got the C1 and... No, these are C1 and C4. Maybe. Hell, if they're for RF, I could use them for some dummy loads on the 7300 I've got over there. I need to do more ham stuff. I've got this massive fan dipole on my roof that I just never use. But that's okay, right? Alright. That is the PCB disassembly. I guess let's, that was the first part of the stream. Let's look at this microscope. Let's talk about this microscope for now. So, I don't know, there's 3 of you now. I'm not sure who the 3rd is. Tell the Chinese people who's actually... Coronavirus has taken over. And yet America's trying to reopen. So thank you, China. Thank you. You've given us just enough hope to send the idiots back to their normal lives. Alright, enough of that. Let's talk about this microscope. This is the ADSM-201. It's a nice little microscope. It was a little pricey. Like, well, I say a little pricey. It's a little pricey for me. Not a little pricey, actually, at all. It cost about $130. I bought it off of this really nice seller on eBay. who contacted me moments after I purchased it and said that he was not going to be in the shop for the next couple days, and he was wondering if I wanted him to upgrade the shipping, like, so that I would get it on time. I said no, he didn't have to, because that would have cost him money. But it ended up showing up like 2 days early anyways, so the magic of UPS. It zooms, I think the rated is from about 5 times to 200 times, but I think the 200 times is like definitely with some digital zoom as well, which isn't a problem. It records, it streams even in 1080p, so I'd be willing to go all the way down to 480 before I called it like low resolution. This is the minimum zoom it can manage, and if we bring it all the way down here, bring it like way down here. I'm even gonna have to move these lights to get some more light in here. And we focus her up. Get some... I'm a little bit too far down because this teensy has got some height. I forgot. Yeah, you can get some pretty crazy zoom out of this puppy. Like that right there. Those are 0201. 0201 components. Those are pretty crazy small. Now where's the focus? There it is. And then you could even look at like, that is a QNFP. Those are 0.1 millimeter pitch. This thing has some crazy zoom. That right there, I don't even know what that is. That looks like a hair. But yeah, this is so far from the one day that I've been looking at this. It is a really nice scope. Well worth the price. So if you're looking to buy one, I would definitely look into this. They also make some other ones. There's like the 307, and then they have a 400 series, which are these big chunk and black ones that are meant to be used with a screen. Like this one has a screen too. It's just, it's too small to actually be used for anything. Some other fun stuff to look at under a microscope. That seems like something we could do. Give me some ideas. Throw some stuff in the chat. What could we look at under this thing? Meantime, I'm gonna crack open this soda because I am thirsty. Ooh, spicy. Let's see what solder wick looks like underneath a microscope. Where is it? Solder wick, fun stuff. Yeah, so gotta say I am liking this microscope. Pretty good, actually. Alright, and guess that completes the PCB disassembly. Other thing I was going to do today is we're going to see if I can get this guy working. The first Polaroid cube I got delivered, and it ended up being faulty. I'm not sure what happened. I was charging it and it like let out this really long, like ear-piercing screech, and it just stopped working. So we're gonna get him working today. Hopefully. And if I can get it working, we will look at kind of quality we can get off of this guy, because he claims to do 1080p, but then he also claims to only be like 6 megapixels, which I guess, yeah, 2 megapixels is 1080p, but you know, we'll see. We will see. Let's say though, this is one weird way to package a camera. Guess this is more for the aesthetic. It's a Polaroid camera. It looks like an Instagram symbol. Okay, there we go. Get all that tape off, finally. And then, let's see Whatever happened to user-friendly packaging? Ugh. Alright. Crack open this guy. Accessories. Ooh, what kind of accessories do you have? A waterproof case. None of these things are useful to me. I'm just going to be 3D printing. A user guide. I don't know if a user guide's going to help me very much. Gotta say, there is one thing that I really like and one thing that I really dislike about this camera. The thing that I really, really like is that it's got this magnetic base. It just pops to anything metal. There's a little piece of metal in here. Just boop. Which is kind of nice. It means if you want to like strap it onto a car and record your way down the street, you could easily do that. But there's one major downside, and that's to get to any of the options, the charging port, the SD card slot, you have to go through this flimsy little, what's it called, a coin turn. I don't know, that's what I'm going to call it. And don't use a penny for it. I learned that the hard way my first time. It's too small, it's going to break. You have to use a quarter. It's the only thing big enough. So, crack open the old piggy bank, pull out a quarter or two, then you can finally get to the goodies. And hopefully this guy is going to be functional. If not, I might just have to suck it up and buy a run can. But who wants to do that? Probably a lot of people. Run cams are very nice, I gotta say. They just cost quite a bit more. So yeah, you just pop that open right there. And it's weird. If you look right there, it's a hard switch. There's like an actual switch right there to switch between 720p and 1080p recording. Which is only a little bit odd to me. They could have... I'm thinking they could have at least put the switch on the outside. But, oh well, what do I know? I'm not a Polaroid project engineer. Or whatever / whoever it was who designed this thing. Now, got my SD card. SD card slot is a little bit odd, honestly. You put it in with the contacts facing up, which is pretty much the opposite of everything I've ever seen before in any camera ever, but that's okay. You just plop them. Oh. Push them real hard in there, apparently. And then check the user guide, because I don't know how to turn them on, actually. There's one button on the top, and I feel like if I push it the wrong way, it'll brick the thing. Hold the multifunction button until the LED turns green and you hear 3 beeps. Alright, let's listen for 3 beeps. My friends, we're gathered here today to mourn the loss of yet another defective Polaroid cube. Ugh. See, at least the first one I got, at least it would power on. It turned on when I first got it. It was alright. This... I'm gonna have to contact... I tried to contact their support on Amazon. They're like, hey, see, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna, like, plug it in overnight and leave it. No, this little cap it's just a cover. But you're right. We'll try it with the little cap back on. We'll see if that changes anything. Because if it does, I might actually like. All right. Little LED on the top there. Hold it down. No. Now, what I was getting last time is when I took the micro SD out and turned it on, it would beep a bunch, and that's the intended thing to do. So, in this case, this guy's just not turning on at all, so I think you're right. We're going to charge it. I'll plug it into charge, leave it like overnight, and see if I can get him to work in the morning. Let's look at the charging instructions, shall we? SD card. Connect to your computer. Ooh, wow. Oh, it works as a micro SD reader. That's kind of funny. Charge. The camera can still be used while charging. LED will blink orange when charging. Does that mean it will stop blinking orange when it's done charging? Pregnant women should consult a physician before using this device. Fellas, I got a question for you. How do you manage to make a camera that needs a pregnancy disclaimer? What could possibly be in this little thing? That could be dangerous to anyone. I don't think lithium-ion batteries are specifically dangerous to pregnant women. I'm pretty sure that's just dangerous to like anyone who's allergic to fire, which happens to be most of humanity, actually. I'm really not sure. Weird. Known to the state cancer to cause California. Yep, pretty much. Oh, God, jeez. What's even in this? Medical devices. If the user has a pacemaker, defibrillator, insulin pump, or other electronic medical device, avoid using the Polaroid cube. Alright. Congratulations, Polaroid. You somehow managed to terrify me with a camera's user manual. But that's alright. Okay, well, I think that's going to be the end of my stream for today. We got our resistors off the board. I was really, really worried about those guys. Got the inductors, some voltage regulators. I think that's everything I wanted to strip off this board. I should be getting the updated board on Tuesday or Wednesday. I don't know, depending on when JLC actually ships it out. But I'm going to be doing an assembly stream of that. Might use these exact components because I know they work. Yeah, well. Other than that, unless anyone else has got some ideas of things to do on a stream, I think that's gonna be it for tonight. Alright, yep. I'm gonna sign off for now. It's been real, y'all. See y'all when we put together the assembly. Adios.